All right, here we go. We have a tournament ready. Welcome to the 34th Weekend Tournament Americas. You are in Advanced Group 1, Crabs, because there are exactly 80 participants, so there weren't more than 128. We didn't get two different groups. And looks like... Well, should we just... Crabs wanted these things cast and thinks he's going to get crushed, and the only way we're going to cast him is if he's in it, if he's currently unbeaten. So no pressure, but we are going to cast 91 Varus versus CrabsComeOff as our first round match. Crabs, 100% of channel players who have voted, who have bet on it, have bet on you, not Varus. You got this. 100% confidence from us. All right. Our round one matchup. Varus will be in blue. We'll be seeing it from Varus' perspective. Has their choice of cost control, supply, marksman, and Rhino. CrabsComeOff has... okay, so Varus took Rhino. Crabs took Aerial Spec. I love it. Oh, Crabs, don't worry about it. I'm 90 seconds behind, so you can't learn anything from this, from what I'm seeing that you wouldn't learn from yourself. And Crabs Aerial Specialist is going with Wasps as the round one play. Interesting. Okay, pulls the crawlers half inset. I like this, so they can't get completely pulled, only partially pulled by the corners. Has some sledges. We know Crabs like sledges. They're not strong in the current meta, but there are some builds that sledges are strong with, and Crabs is running the Vortex that I would run for a wide carry sledge line. This would be a five wide Apuchi style. So there would be one wide of each tower and one more in the middle, and range then mech rage rather than the other way around is the way that Apuchi and Doxson played that. And the key there is to make sure that there's always chaff in front of them so the Phoenixes never get to lock onto them. And with the Wasps and Crawlers, that's actually possible. Ha. Come on, Crabs. Don't ruin it, man. I'm building you up here. Only issue I would see with that long, big carry sledge build is they'll be out in front of the Wasps. So if you wanted the Wasps to be the damage dealers, that's actually the other direction this build could go, right? Sledges have 95 meter range. The Wasps have 60 meter range. If we bought range for the Wasps instead of the sledge, right, you'd actually be able to get the Wasps out to sit behind the sledges. So, enhancement module for both. Good pickup. Econ. And Crabs, my MMR bumped up to 1470 yesterday. When you and I met online, it was... mine was lower than yours. Oh. Alright, 2 more packs of crawlers. I like it. Where did the rest of our money go? We've spent 50 on this. Is triple crawler. Okay, got it. Triple crawler deploy, all back line. They're gonna get out in front of the sledges. Varus has added one more Phoenix and another Fang, and has 50 left over. So at this point, fairly predictable plays from both. There's nothing revolutionary. They're both kind of giving the board time to develop and building their long-term vision, which is kind of looking like they're both so much in chaff, right, that there's no strong commitment. In fact, if it was Biggie Smalls, Varus still has an unlock available. Minus 50. So, when I first started playing Sledges, I was really worried about the missile, getting a pack of Sledges missile. And, the high-level players have really convinced me that that's much less of an issue than I thought it was. Over here... Over here, unfortunately, we pretty much lost all of our anti-air, so the Phoenixes are going to carry. Hey, Krabs, you're playing on my old laptop, buddy. When I first started streaming, I was streaming off of a laptop that was at about that level. Oh my god, we get intensive training to go with the Stonk module. Now things are gonna get silly. We've leveled up the Wasps to level 3. First big inflection point of this game is, does Krabs pick the... is Krabs going, like, pretty much carry Wasp? Oh, he doesn't have carry Wasp equipped? Doesn't have Elite Marksman equipped. Oh, no. I was going to say, the question was sell out or really try to make a Tower of Wasp. Varus is kind of moved into a sort of an awkward Fang carry build. It's kind of an awkward set of deployment for it. But it's going to work, I think, for now. Krabs adding a pair of Mustangs, which are going to be good against the Fangs, and good against the Phoenix. So I like this direction for Krabs. And shield bubble here would protect against that early missile. I don't like that as much. That's one of those where I would keep that econ, but for something else. But it's not like it's the wrong choice if we get value out of that shield. Unfortunately, we didn't get any value out of it because it's nothing to touch with that shield yet. Timo Ochinka, I agree. I could absolutely see either player having taken a giant to upgrade and stonk and have that be the right choice. Not going to argue with the decisions Krabs made, though, because it won them the round. Krabs picks up portable shields, so does Varus. So both sides have really agreed about what's coming. No, you missed the tourney by 21 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, Jer player. You forgot your PC at your friend's house? Are you also playing on a laptop? Yep, had to go get it. Here we go. 2 Vulcans for Varus. So, now it's looking a lot more like Vulcan Phoenix, right? And Krabs with the Overlord. In the meta that Krabs used to play frequently, there was a big Overlord push. So we'll see. It's a good answer to Vulcans. And we do have armor on the sledges, so we can kind of turn down the heat from the Vulcan if we need to. At least you got a good replay. Excellent, Jer player. I will look forward to casting that one. And Chronometrics, thank you for the follow. I know you've been around frequently, so glad to see it. Yes, I knew that one was coming. So, post-tourney we'll get in. Alright. The Vulcans got through, most of the chaff. That's kind of as expected, right? Heavy armor for Krabs for both players, right? And that's going on a giant. Krabs has sold out of the wasps, now cashing in the stonk value. Doing a free upgrade to drop a level 2 fortress this round, with a level 1 on the other side. And we'll then be able to sell that for the 200 cost. So making better econ use, I think, than Varist has been able to. Varist stonks have been in the Phoenixes, right? On the other hand, we now have double-teched fangs. And the answer to the double-teched fangs right now is 3 packs of ranged Mustangs. So I would expect that Krabs doesn't have enough chaff clear for this coming round. I don't know. If it depends on whether the Vulcans get locked onto those forts or not. But it looks to me like the chaff clear is going to be better for Varist than for Krabs. Oh, are they going to lock on? Come on, lock wrong. Yep, they're locking. Oh, well, okay, they're still kind of hitting forts. There's a lot of stuff coming in. We've kept alive a whole bunch of... Oh, this was very nice. Really well played, Krabs. That was beautiful. The forts didn't quite get the lock on that I would think Krabs might have been hoping for, but especially the level 2 did, well enough damage to, yeah, they did enough tanking to keep the Mustangs alive. They did enough damage to bring down the Vulcan. We even had the level 2 on the same side as the high hit point one. That was good. Alright, Varist has brought out the War Factory. It's not just a War Factory, it's the extended range War Factory. So, 130 meters to 100 from the forts. I'm not scared of no money sink. Let's see. Let's go. It does not shoot air targets, and it doesn't make things. Here, if Krabs wins this, this is the mistake. Right? From Varist, right? This is the mistake that Krabs is going to be able to capitalize on. Because... okay, Discantura, they really are strong. Using them well is a skill, and not everybody has that skill. Hello, big smiles, long miles. Welcome, welcome. You think that it's a little bit late? For me, I think it's just the efficient maintenance is the problem here. The tech, even though it's just 50, right? The tech to buy was maybe even more range. Anything past round 4 doesn't seem worth it. I kind of agree. If we had read it coming for the forts, if we'd read the War Factory coming, we might have wanted range for our forts. But as it is, we've just got so much tank with the barrier. Wise enough to leave the level 2 rather than stonking to get the money out of this. Right? So this side, he won it last time. He wins it again. Level 2 is it does enough damage with the Overlords. Boom! Krabs. 91 Varist is a really good player. That's one of the top 10 seeds in the tourneys, and you just made that look easy, brother. Alright, 91 Varist is really good. That's a good win, Krabs. Well done, sir. 6 rounds, done and done. when you saw the deploys, you thought you were going to lose that last round? No, man, this was really solid. This was really solid. Very well played. Item here I missed, but that really made a bunch of difference as well. Very nice. Okay, what do we got here? We'll just jump into the next match down with hit points. That's revelinravel. So how was your day, Pants? Welcome back.
Yeah, didn't do too much. Got some coffee. Just was playing some Fairy Tale Fables for a bit.
Nice. I've got my coffee in my left hand.
Yeah.
Somebody drank it all, so I'm looking at kind of an empty mug.
Aw. No coffee.
I know, it's tragic. But our round 1 match was fun. In that, first off, I had put to chat whether or not I should play or cast, and I allowed them to use chat points to buy their vote if they wanted, and they picked cast, but it was primarily one person who bought, hey, cast this, so I cast his first round match.
Nice.
He beat 91 Verist, so. But it's even better than that. It's the Krabs is the person who is indirectly responsible for you and I meeting, Pants.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Being as I found Mechabellum through the Beegs and Jam, Beagle Rush VODs, essentially, the Beegs and Jam channel, and watched him for XCOM for a long time, right? And he picked up Mechabellum and did VODs of his whole progression from like intro to the game to getting up into the 2200 MMR range, which is great, right? Like you can just watch somebody's understanding of the game develop and improve, and really kind of get somebody who's very strategic and watch their thought develop. And I was just like, okay, this game is deep enough to entertain Beegs. I'm in. Well, Krabs is the person who introduced Beagle Rush to the game, so.
Oh, nice.
Indirectly, the responsibility for me streaming entirely. Wait, you can't claim ownership of the channel. Zach already did that today. It's Zach's birthday, so he took control of the channel for a while. I can't give it away twice in the same day. Okay, so somebody had earlier asked about the Apuchi Dachshund sledge line. This is it. The long, wide set of leveled up sledges. They wind up. The usual tech for it was to tech range and mech range. Just have this big old line of standard position, standard formation sledges, supported by artillery. Usually, like this person is supporting it with siege mode scorpions. But the usual backline, well, this is really not it at all. The backline would be Mustangs and Phoenixes, not Wasps. But the chaff is about right. Placement is about right. Oh, we've just added fire. So opponent's Stormcallers are dropping Flames and EMP. Wait, who is the number 1 seed today? Guys, you said the number 1 just lost?
It looks like a 201.
Okay. 96,000 the 201. Is it the 5-character name?
Oh, Sunnyside's number 2.
Sunnyside was number 2. Nice. Oh, the black and white Asian, right? Yeah. The is Shirley dead person. Got it. For that one. Cool. It is surely dead is now surely dead in this tournament. That'd be really early morning for them. Oh, second game in a row, we've seen the mobile beaconed back row War Factory. I'm gonna say, Drew, when you talk to Saab about War Factory, he actually calls this out as a mistake. The backline War Factory with the mobile beacon kind of relying on the production. Because you're giving away, you spent 800,000 on a unit that's got 220,000 hit points and does 6,000 damage per shot and shoots 4 times every 1.8 seconds. So why is that unit not in the fight? Right? If I just gave you this unit without the production, where would you put it? And Saab really convinced me that I needed to be much more aggressive with my war factories, and he demonstrated it to me over and over, right? That the aggro positioning for the war factory was correct, to use it as a fighting unit and then just rely on the productions, you know, the production to be its chaff to prevent the yeah, exactly. This brawling war factory is the way to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, revelinravel made it work for this round, but and your thought there is I'm protecting it from the inevitable melting point, but I don't think that's necessary. It's one of those things that I'd agree with you, Pants, about forcing people to get out of their comfort zone. It really forced me to get my war factories deployed in front of my towers and involved in the battle, and it was so uncomfortable, but then it works. So you're like, okay. Clearly I was underestimating it. Are you going to fire your stream up, Pants, or just chill with us tonight?
I might, yeah, I might. We can try the stream together function.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm actually going to pick up a burrito in a sec, and then I'll probably fire it up.
Perfect.
I'm hoping to get some nutrients in just before the fun games kick off.
Exactly. I did make myself dinner in the had time to eat it in the last 10 minutes before the tourney started. Almost getting the timing of these things down now. Crabs, yes, he is really that well known. 91 Verist, well known. That's a big win for you. Crabs, you were Verist was, let's see, you were at 6-to-1 odds in the channel betting points. So, yeah, he was the number 4 seed, something like. I thought he was the 8th seed, but either way. Yeah, it's great work that you did it, that you beat that. Probably 7 seed. Because it would be 1, 3, 5, 7 down the top, and we got to it pretty quickly, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 come up from the bottom. There's some interesting anti-addiction stuff that only runs if you have a Chinese IP. That's amazing. Please don't get addicted. Crabs, you now know the significance of it. You deserve to be proud of that one. And yeah, the backline.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I think Revel had it if he didn't put him in the back.
Yeah, exactly. He had this game won, but as Sunny said, it's putting it on the back and stalling one round, but it wasn't enough to win the whole thing.
And he probably would have won, finished the game off, dealt an extra 400 damage if he just had it on the line last round.
Yeah, exactly. Just all you had to do is do 410 more damage. Ugh.
But yeah, my 2 cents is, especially with only one spawning, there's a time and place to run your War Factor away. I think that time and place is when acid is a thing.
Right.
I think if acid is not yet a thing, then you definitely don't want to run it away, especially with one spawning tech. Seemed like a pretty reasonable miss.
Right. All right. So Varist, to be clear, there, Crabs. Varist was the number 9 seed. You were the number 32 seed. You beat them. Other folk from our
Wow.
channel friends: Sob beat Sugar, Shane, and Harry. Baller beat Ape and Shape. Cody won by disconnect, and Sunny is now the number 1 seed. Cheeseburglar's the number 1 seed. Soggy Doggy's 2. Sunnyside 3. Cody's up at 5. Baller's 7. Sob is 9th. We got wins from Leetworms against Raw Omlooker. Mike Tyson against Fio Mather. Jeep Dave with a win over Zalex. Oh my gosh, two channel folk there. Obviously, we just saw Crabs beat Varist. And Alexander said, thank you so much for the Insta
He
gift.
beat me to it. He's too fast.
Ask and
I was working on
receive.
that. I literally was at checkout and it was like, purchase not complete. Unexpected error. Damn you.
Unexpected error. Alexander say is too fast.
Alexander farmed the karma.
Well done, sir. Well done. Appreciate that. And thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. Means a lot to me. All right, Bellicose Drake will be in the spoiler role against Cheeseburglar. That could be a fun match. We've got Sunnyside versus Godzilla Man. What do you feel like? Do you have a matchup here that looks grand to you?
Oh, let me take a look.
Mike Tyson against the Yellow of the Egg. Be fun. Wait a minute.
Yeah, nothing looks too interesting. You would probably know better than me who's the most interesting matchups. Sabman's playing. We can
jump in on a Sabman game versus Zafik.
We could just tear apart his game and shred his ego.
I think so. That could be fun. That could be fun. It's that or Mike Tyson and the Yellow of the Egg. I think that's probably the most fun.
Yeah, you go for that.
Mike Tyson does a sledge game that is pretty spectacular. So.
Do we know who the Yellow of the Egg is?
We do not, but if the White of the Egg won the first round, the European tournament, is either a Smurf or somebody having a lot of fun with their name.
Man, you got a lot of beggars in chat.
I'm getting a whole lot of hugs here.
You have to do what I do and just start banning everyone.
Okay, ban people for 60 seconds. Here we go. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is the meta strategy start that you're expecting, right? Yellow of the Egg is running Rhino Specialist, has triple sledge on the line. Mike Tyson is headbutting as Speed Specialist with his sledges right on the line. We're just going to do this at point blank. Let's go. Alright, channel point prediction is up. We're just going to sit here and enjoy the point-blank sledge-on-sledge action.
Interesting.
The Yellow of the Egg, one does not simply out-sledge the champ. You might think you have this one, but... Mike going with the very bold skips enhancement module. We don't need no stinking economy, we just need better tanks. We're not doing tech specialist either. That's for people. Economy is for high-level players. We are just going sledge v sledge. See? Oh, we've added a phoenix. Yep, yellow of the egg took shield airdrops, so both sides skipping the enhancement module. Yes, Crabs. Play Archer was running Vulcan Phoenix in the European tournament. So, this is probably a holdout from back when Phoenixes used to one-shot sledges. They were the answer to sledges. Yellow has picked up a 4th pack of sledges, and using the shield bubble to just win this round. Except the Phoenix flank has it covered.
Except not. Probably?
Yeah,
Sledges need to kill a handful of fangs that remain, but...
Yeah. Yeah, the tower debuff, when your tower timing hits, your units are taking 50% more damage, as well as doing substantially less outbound and moving less, so it's really painful.
I think you could say that... So it's obviously minus 100 for Mike Tyson, but you could say it's minus 50 for the yellow of the egg for the deployment of those phoenixes over in that corner. I think that's about the way I would describe that. But then it's probably going to get a response out of the yellow of the egg. Yeah, like deploying to protect the flank. So you could say that's also worth 50.
Yep.
So it's hard to say. Hard to say. Probably just minus 100 for the yellow of the egg with the bubble.
We're reinforcing that flank with the Fang. We've also, winning that round, let Mike level up a sledgehammer, and he's dropped Amplifying Core on it. So we now have...
Oh, that's backbreaking.
Sweet sledges going up against Mech Rage sledges. Our Phoenix is going to run out in front of these Fangs. It's a little unfortunate for us. Wait.
What's this favoritism towards Mike Tyson? Wow. Corrupt caster.
It's absolutely corrupt casting. 100%. Wow. We are not... we've never heard of the yellow of the egg. And besides, look, I'm on a low cholesterol diet. I can't have the yellow of the egg, so I've got to go.
That's the best part.
I've got to go for the sledge wall here.
For an unrelated to Mechabellum story, I like to make cocktails, right? And I love a good sour, which requires egg white, right?
Okay, yep.
But after you like separate the egg and you have the egg yolk left, I feel so bad because like I don't want to waste the egg yolk. And so yeah, I was on a date. I think it was like a 3rd date, and I was like, I feel really bad throwing this away, and she was like, you should just eat it raw. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I was convinced.
Oh my god! Okay, she must have been pretty cute.
I just knocked back the yellow of the egg raw. And since then, I've sort of been doing that. Well, I've done it like 5-ish times, and every time it sucks. I don't like it. Not a big fan. But I feel good because it's like I'm wasting. You know, that's.
I'm not wasting, and I'm getting the protein. And you know, Mike Tyson's definitely eats the yellow of the egg. You've seen how built he is.
Oh, he does eat the yellow of the egg. I'll put all the insight on Mike Tyson.
Yeah, 100% here. Well, at least
doing stupid things repeatedly, my kind of man. It's actually really good for you, though it tastes bad. Yeah, that's. I mean, for my diet, it's good for me. But yeah, it's not enjoyable. It's definitely not my favorite thing to do. What kind of martini is your preference, Pants? I don't really make too many martinis. I'm more of a sour person. So usually some type of alcohol, maybe a gin, maybe a whiskey, some simple syrup, and some lemon juice, and then an egg white. You can mix that ratio with a lot of different types of alcohol, a lot of different types of ingredients. It's always amazing. Super delish. Also, that just tends to be the alcohol that most of my friends or dates will drink. It's most palatable. A lot of martinis just like people do not like, and they will not drink. Oh, pisco sour, literally the best. I made a pisco sour the other day, and I ate the egg white from it. My friends were grossed out. Or sorry, the egg yolk.
The egg yolk. The yellow of the egg. Got it.
The yellow of the egg.
We're with you. Okay. Speaking of the yellow of the egg, they have just won this round.
Yeah,
Part,
sorry for the
in
complete
part,
diversion.
No, it's all right. I love it. It's entertainment. Okay. Please tell me we're taking parasitic. No, we're not taking parasitic. We're going incendiary. I mean, okay, they are big lines. Maybe incendiary is the right choice, but okay, fine. We're just gonna say, may the world burn.
Everybody loses.
Everybody loses. I think you've had one too many sours, Agent Rome. You might need to cut back if you thought they were hovering fangs.
All right, I'm gonna try and get my burrito in now.
Okay.
I will be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, great. Thanks for joining us, and
Yeah.
absolutely look forward to going the rest of the way with you.
Yeah.
Julio. All right. Shield call-in is at a lucky timing for Yellow of the Egg, and they've got a pretty good placement for it. K9. A sledge headbutt mirror. Exactly. This is the content you came here for. We are now both into mech rage. We both have 4 tanks, so it's fair. It's a fair fight. But of course, the champ's tanks are better. So we have the heavy. We have the heavy. We have the amplifying core. The problem is we are getting punched. But, you know, if anybody knows how to take a punch, it's definitely the champ. They got this. See? Punches taken. Towers taken. At just the right time to take out the Overlord. And it's just easy money from there. Oh! That's not a knockout, but Mike Tyson does have the yellow of the egg on the ropes. Got this. Also, what are the chances of talking Pants into making an old-fashioned? Will I lose all 20,000 points? Exactly. That's the question. Did you seriously bet all of your channel points one way or the other? Is that what's going on here? No, there's only 2k channel points on the line. It's the prediction. Okay, got it. Will during the final. Okay, brilliant. Double or nothing. Everybody, new rule. Everybody has to go all in on the final match. Okay, here we go. Mike Tyson is into the full-on 6 sledge wall. Still has the flank going. I don't know, Agent Rome, but I am just so you know, we are going to be bumping up the channel point prices on January 1st. So I know your news is coming. If you wanted to get things redeemed, like forcing a strategy or a replay review, this would be the time to do them. You don't necessarily have to have the replay queued up. Yeah, exactly. Inflation is coming for your channel points. Be warned. This is actually self-defense, Brad. It's that people. Sunny says that I'd probably have more if I didn't keep redeeming random things for fun. Well, that's the idea. You're supposed to redeem them for fun. The problem is mostly that I don't get to play anymore because you guys are redeeming things all the time. This is to make the Gamba addictive. Exactly. Okay, big round win for the yellow of the egg. The Overlords came through clutch. And both sides going with Orbital Javelin. Yes, Brad, I should probably set a per stream errors limits on certain things. I'm kind of surprised that we're not dropping our orbital javelin right here on the Rhino. I feel like that would be a big win if we could aim for right here. Something like, so it hits as it's taken the first couple of steps. Especially if we dropped a couple of crawlers so they just ran right in there and it didn't move very far. Might be worth doing. We'd hit one of the overlords. I guess we're hitting the level 2. We're worried about it leveling up. We're going to find out. It's not going to hit the whole pack of... Oh no! Oh no! Is the curse real? Is the curse real, Mike Tyson? Uh-oh. Oh, these shielded wasps are just dirty. And is he gonna make shielded wasps? No. Crabs beat the curse and went on to win, to go 2-0. Doing great till all the spectators piled in? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. It's all my fault. It's all my fault for bringing you the attention. Crabs, you're gonna do fine. Keep your cool, keep your composure. Missiles down into the level 1 sledges. Not a bad choice, but not great. Yeah, we did drop Photon on all of this, which is probably the difference. So, Mike, this is the play, I would say. Just remember this Photon Overlord, what a big difference that made. Right? Just dropping Photon across all of your tanks. You could have done the same play. And it just makes such a huge difference. And, you know, when you're in this, like, I need the knockout blow, like, you've got the guy on the ropes. Like, you had the Yellow of the Egg on the ropes after round 5, right? So our round 6 play, the knockout play, was to go for Overlord with Photon. And if we'd gone Overlord with Photon on round 6, I don't think there's even a round 7 to have, right? Just KO. Just go for the knockout. So, you just won your round 2. Good work, Jakar. Sorry for cursing you, Mike. Those that don't know, X-Fire here is Mike Tyson, whose match we just watched. All right, what do we have? I think we're going to jump in on... Well, we'll go around the room real quick. Sunnyside with the win, Cody with the win, Baller with the win, Leetworms wins over Hygog. Who else do we have? Crabs 2-0. Jeep Dave gets to 2-0 on a disconnect. Cool Man with a win. Mike Tyson loses to the Yellow of the Egg. Sob with the win over Zafak. We are going to jump... Oh, Bellicose Drake wins over Varist. And Easy Beans over Sleevelessless. Down there, we're going to jump in on Strong Coffee and... Strong Coffee and Cheeseburglar. Okay, we're getting more sledge lines. It is all sledge all the time on this channel. That was actually the case about 2 or 3 months ago. Also, you know, we did turn the family-friendly chat label off for today, so, you know, in preparation for tournament, smack talk, etc. We are normally a family-friendly channel, so I do prefer people keep it that way, but it's quite all right. Family-friendly is off, so the rules are a little more relaxed today. Flames from the Stormcallers and range from the Phoenix, turning into the I would say the key pieces here for stopping things, stopping Strong Coffee. Cheeseburglar has previously won a tournament, right? Or I think they did. I think they won the Americas on one of the quieter weekends. I'd have to go back and review those older tournaments. So not too fussed, and playing as Elite Specialist in tournament, it's kind of ballsy with that having... I mean, Crabs, I do really wish that people would do that too. Let me dump $100 on prediction tickets and bet them all on crabs. Love it. So Cheeseburglar picked up a pair of level 2 forts, and do we have? We do. We have the classic parasitic ammo phoenixes. We know, baller. We know. For the Mechabellum clout. Exactly. Yeah, there weren't any big techs on those. I am just casting Easy Beans. I put it to vote of channel members, and they voted 56% to 44% to cast rather than entering. And if Crabs come, if CrabsComeOff goes on to win it all, we're gonna blame him for convincing me to not enter. Right? So that's the only reason I wasn't able to knock CrabsComeOff out. He's 2-0. He put it all in on keeping me out of the tournament. So clearly, I was the threat. You guys. Great Cloak has too many assault marksmen. All right. Strong Coffee on the ropes now. Has taken a big 2,000 on that last round. Well, over the last 2 rounds, I guess I should say. The fort's doing their job. Basically, nothing else having problems. Overlord. I totally imagine that Strong Coffee is going photon emission here. We're gonna have photon emission across the line. Yep. And you'll be able to see what a big difference that makes. On the other hand, Cheeseburglar adding a 3rd level 2 fort, elite spec of course, and bringing out the barrier. You can see this game probably got away from Strong Coffee when they went for the knockout and didn't deliver, because Cheeseburglar took top supply a couple of rounds ago. And you can kind of see the difference there. I imagine top supply was up against Senior Defense Specialist at that point. Cheeseburglar also has extended range storms, so we're up at 230 meters with the incendiary. We could get those things out to 270 meters if we bought range enhancement, and basically have these towers be able to target, or these storms be able to target towers right off the bat if you added 40 meters, right? Almost. You'd have to step forward a couple of steps. Goodness, that would be funny. Drop a Stormcaller right here and buy range and hit towers. If this isn't the end, that's exactly what Cheeseburglar should do. They're not even. Yes, the person that rigged that poll is playing anyways, not watching. Exactly. It's a Mechabellum scandal in the making. Yes, remember the Gamba. Okay, got you guys. I got you guys. Oh, it hurts. I don't want to complete that prediction. It's not the prediction I want to complete. This guy get the photon emission call in while having photon emission on his boast. Yes. Yeah, that is pretty much what happened there. Does it stack? No. No, it does not stack. And there you go. Cheeseburglar making the econ advantage work. Top supply versus senior defense. And then obviously Strong Coffee not terrible, right? They took rookie group number 4 in rookie group 2 from the mini tournament Americas this week, but also young player or younger player, newer player working their way up. And probably didn't even know that those two didn't stack, or didn't have the ability to predict it. So, Cheeseburglar, much more veteran player, able to make them pay for that. And we are through to the next round, I believe. 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 fully teched marksmen. I mean, look, if you have enough fully teched marksmen, they will handle crawlers. Honestly, guys, I think the fix that sledgehammers need is really simple. Unteched sledges should have 20 points of armor. Just, boom, 20 points of armor, that's it. They would completely... They should be tanks. As though you had taken the armor tech that gives you 60 points of armor. Untechted, they should have 20. Alright, what do we have? Ooh, Baller v Sunnyside. That's actually a really good matchup. That should be a good game. Let's cast that one. Crabs is up against Sabman. Okay, he loves the War Factory Crabs. But so at least be ready for it. And Cody's facing a strong 201 player. Also, Sunny versus Baller is where we're gonna go. That just sounds like too much fun. Yeah, Mumbo Jumbo, you, me, and Mike Tyson would play each other all the time, and Easy Beans, right? Because we would wind up drawn into the same 16-player group as we were working our way up the combat power, like all the time. It was you, me, Mike Tyson, Shiroha on their alt, and Easy Beans and Leetworms. It was just amazing. Like the number of times we drew each other. I swear it was like every weekend tourney, or every midweek tourney, and we'd see each other like twice because we'd both do the Europe and the Americas. It was great. There you guys go. Prediction is up. Sunnyside. This is the round 3 of the Americas weekend tournament 34. Sunny's near side, Blue, a Rhino specialist with sledges and crawlers. Sunny was playing really well this earlier in the European tournament. Really amazing to watch them. Just so cool under pressure. And Baller, far side, giant specialist, starting with Phoenix and Arclight, has the crawlers behind. Sunny coming out in a Mike Tyson-esque sledge aggro start, adding a pair of marksmen. Does have assault mode marksman teched, but this is a bit more the wide version of that aggro start. I've evolved towards this from starting out a lot narrower in my sledge rush. And we'll see if Sunny actually stays in the sledges or sells out of them over time. I'm expecting this to transition into assault mode marksman, but we'll see. The marksman may just have been added for the arcs and the Phoenix and not be like a commitment to a meme. Baller, immediate laser sight, no hesitation. Confident player making their picks quickly. Sunny giving it a bit more thought. Underground threat is a possibility, but wouldn't work out for them because there's already so much back there. Instead took photon coating. So we're going for, essentially providing photon to a single unit. We're also dropping the Arclight flank. We talked about that when we saw this in the Europe tourney. You can pull this corner, especially if this corner is just full of chaff, right? You can pull it over and just chew it up with whether it's crawlers or marksmen. Tell Roman Chairplay to stop betting on you. Sorry. But no, I do not control my viewers. They are adults with their own initiative here. And speaking of, Baller's getting it done right now. Boom. Flank defended. Front defended. Had the confidence to add... I don't control my viewers. They control me. Dillo, I'm glad you understand. Alright. Baller is adding the Vulcan. Yeah, you feel like he's going to pull some stupid shit? Maybe. Added a fortification to protect against flank on this side. Added the missile to protect for flank against that side, and brought in another flank on this side, while leaving these guys. Now that they're not paying the summoning sickness, they might actually have the strength to win, or at least make this a lot more painful. Baller basically won this flank by dropping the arc light down with extended range last round, which is kind of a blind read that just paid off for them.
All right, burrito consumed.
Burrito consumed. Welcome back. We are in Sunnyside v Baller. Sunnyside has started off with a front of crawlers and sledges with added 2 marksmen, and on rounds 2 and 3 has dropped the Arclight Fang flank on each corner. Round 2 on the left, round 3 on the right. Baller has responded very calmly with 1 more Arclight, some chaff, these Phoenix, and picked up a Vulcan with barrier this round. So at the moment has been in complete control, and Sunny's, on the ropes.
Yeah,
Going
this
into
is
round 4.
brutal. We could just say a hugely unlucky thing to see with the barrier coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the last thing you want to see is Sunnyside.
Right.
Pretty... Yeah, I don't know if there's anything worse than that, to be honest. Barrier is just so amazing on defense, and it's absolutely unplayable on aggro. You just can't take it because you don't want a giant.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough. Not a well dealt hand to Sunny, but we'll see if they can make a comeback.
Yeah, 60,000 hit points as a flat item is so strong. That's a 1.5 level fortress, because a fort gives 40,000, or a level 3 hacker's shield too. So it's it would be a little bit more palatable if it were on par with the shield generator. The 60,000 is just so strong.
And the things that deal with it are just not things you want to have on aggro.
Right.
Right, it would be much more fine in standard v standard.
Aw, Agent Rome's hanging out in the guild voice chat alone. Somebody go keep him company. There we go. Somebody's keeping him company now. Perfect. So, with the... obviously, Sunny had a plan for that photon emission. Put it on the Rhino, got the Rhino in, and was able to take out the barrier fort. But the hasted fort from the other side was enough to carry for Baller. Sunny is down to 284 hit points. And goodness, Ion Beam. Ion Beam running over this. It's not going to catch up to the Rhino. It's going to be too slow for the Rhino unless Baller drops something specific right here to stop the Rhino in its tracks. I don't think the crawlers are going to do that. We have added charged shot Phoenixes up front. These are basically direct anti-Rhino Phoenixes. Sunny adding a fort. We've sold out of the first sledge on the left, so the Ion Beam is just going to completely miss the sledge. We're going with Frank the Flank Fortress. There's the play you don't see very often. I imagine Sunny is thinking, I won this side. I'm going to drop the barrier fort on this side as the answer to the Vulcan. And, oh yeah, and he's got the Ion Beam going over the Vulcan as well. Flank fort on the other side, so double flank fortress. Baller did stop that run. No, it got through. It dodged the ion beam. It does die eventually with the double charged shot phoenixes.
Yeah, Sunny's just gonna lose to air. It looks
It's a
like
phoenix, right? There's just not enough left on the ground.
nothing that shoots up. Very unfortunate.
Yeah. The Oh, hey, I'm on screen. Yes, you are.
Yeah, tough loss there, Sunny. I was pointing out how I think you saw like the worst item that you didn't want to see with a barrier popping up.
Yeah.
Very polarizing, benefiting the defensive player.
Yeah.
Again, another reason why a lot of the aggro pros are not playing right now is they feel like there's a lot of stuff like that you know, just your whole push is at such a disadvantage.
Right.
But
Well, we can get ourselves
a
into
good
a second game.
yeah, very solid defense by Baller though. Looked very clinical.
Yeah, it was really well played, Baller. Really very. He said, I just spent all my extra money on random missiles, but the fact that those random missiles took out the fangs, which turned out to be the one thing that could have stopped you in that last round. I mean, they were really well placed. All right. We did warn Crabs going into this match that there would be war factories. There are war factories. Yes, Bustinut. Saab is back to his war factory ways.
I wonder how much mobile beacon is worth it on war factories just to get all 4 cannons shooting. So war factories often like turn their body such that only 2 to 3 cannons are shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But if you mobile beacon it, you can usually engineer it such that all 4 cannons are shooting.
Oh,
if you really think about it, especially on carry war factories, like, you know, with extended range and launcher overload, etc., getting 1 to 2 extra cannons is an output increase of 25 to 50%
right.
for 100, like, you know, for 100 cost.
Yeah, you're already at 800 invested in this unit. You might as well mobile beacon to get the full value out of it. And Sunny, I do agree with you that even for a normal unit, being able to move while shooting and controlling where it's going are just huge benefits.
Well, majorly cool.
Yeah.
And style points are they're the only points that matter in this game.
Oh, now that's what they should do. That's what the devs should do. 100%. Award style points.
Yeah.
Won the game without buying an air unit? There's style points in that. Exactly. I came here to see big, giant, stompy robots shoot each other. Won the game with sledges? Style points. Won the game with carry forts? Style points. Crab needs something. Crab is discovering that single melting point does not beat single war factory with all the production. Which those of us that have played Saab before know that it's a new discovery for everybody every time they face him.
This zoom in is pretty comical.
The slow zoom in as it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of like it though. Okay, smoke bomb for Crabs. Skip for Saab. Fire and acid. Is this what we're gonna see?
So you have to wonder why the smoke just doesn't cover both war factories, right? From Crab
Yep.
onto Sabman. Like, you have the ability to smoke both. You may as well
There
go
you go.
for it, right?
You just read it perfectly.
I read it. Yeah. Never mind.
Saw the
Crabs.
third and fourth war
Honestly,
factories
you might
coming.
be able to tuck. You may be able to get 3-for-1 value on this.
And are we adding flames for the storms? This is the round. Crabs, this is the round. No. Hit rapid. You basically need the loan at this point, buddy. Here.
Oh dear, indeed. The smoke will do a lot of work, but I'm worried that the production's just going to be good enough.
Yeah, the production's going to be tremendous. If the EMP lands from the storms, though.
Oh, EMP and storms.
So he's hit 2 of them.
Oh,
And Saab
that's
is
going to be
not
pretty good.
in missile interceptor.
So this is why I never really buy sledges on my war factories, is because I am convinced that storms are such a good counter to war factories already, and they already sort of like incidentally clear the sledges anyways.
I see.
And so I find that sledges, a lot of things that counter war factories, sledges just don't do anything to change that math.
Right.
Maybe the only unit that it really affects is like melters completely by themselves, like Melter Phoenix completely by themselves. Great defense by Crabs. I think that EMP on storms is so good against War Factory, especially mass spawning War Factory.
Saab can pick up the range. Do you pick up the range here as Saab? I mean, for sure, right?
I don't. No, I don't.
Because of the hit point decrease?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant range spec. I didn't see the extended range.
No, extended range.
I would pick up the extended range, and I would beacon my war factories back and away.
Ooh.
I'd send my war factories that were going to run through the smoke on a little journey.
Yeah, send this set over this way to the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, take range to keep the factories further away from the storm colors, so the storms are dropping on the summoned units.
Did Sab pick up the range?
Yes,
war factory range?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's it's good. I think that's powerful.
I think so. Triple overlords with chin guns coming in off the flank for Crabs.
Does Crabs have what is it? The thing, sneak specialist, warpin specialist. What's the thing called where you come in 5 seconds?
Strike specialist. No, he does not.
There we go. Okay. It's gonna take a while to warp in. There'll be 2 phoenixes for a while there.
Yeah. Yeah, there won't be very much on that side.
Oh, did he even? He didn't pick Phoenix spawning, did he?
He
didn't tech Phoenix spawning?
Anti-missile instead.
Oh no, it's over.
The poor.
Oh no.
Poor overlords aren't hitting anything, but they're helping overload the anti-missile. Get into the tower, yeah. Now they're hitting things. Yeah, chin gun getting the work done, right? Like, even though, yeah, nice. Kashunk, kashunk, kashunk. This side has bought so much time.
Yeah, I'd give you a lot of credit, Crabs. The one thing I'd probably change is just I'm not a huge fan of the boat flank because for my money, I would have expected Phoenixes to be spawned, which might have really thrown a wrench in your plans, perhaps. But it's hard to say. Undoubtedly, it's a lot of stats and a lot of
holy smoke!
power.
This is just epic. Oh my God, the Mustangs! GG. Wow. That's, yeah, I think it was sound. I would say, oops, I meant to stay on the map for that one. I would have said that that late in the match, spending the 10 seconds was on the call on the flank was unnecessary. You were going to get into that fight either way. You might as well start up front. And Krabs says, why would you think Phoenix over anti-missile when he lost the last round due to the storms? Which is a good question.
Because the extended range came up. So with extended range, it's the war factories are going to have roughly the same range as your storms.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is complete speculation, right? I'm talking out my butt here, but that's just my intuition. My intuition is that, and it's really hard to say because you already had the smoke down, right, on half. So that even throws an extra wrinkle in how would that mess with things. I feel like I need to remind everyone, Pants did testing, diffraction, dumpsters, war factory summon. What?
Diffraction versus?
I think, yeah, diffraction versus war summoning spawn, or war factory triple spawns.
And Krabs, you wanted to know what MMR Sob is. Sob has bounced between 1200 and 1850, depending on how well the rest of the game understood War Factory and how strong War Factory is in a given patch. So he's absolutely 100% mastered War Factory play, but his ability is kind of dependent on the meta, if that makes sense. If there's anything he needs to develop, it's the adaptability to play 3 or 4 more styles with everything that he's learned from from War Factory.
Is it a marksman patch? What do we got going on here? Oh, this is carry arcs against marksman. Wow.
Yeah, I think you guys were evenly matched.
And Krabs, I would say the intuition of good players is not much better than the intuition of anyone else because it's so insanely difficult to predict how this game is going to play out. I think even people that have spent 2,000 to 3,000 hours in the game still struggle with imagining how board states are going to play.
Krabs, if I could answer that one, because I've probably played Sub more than Pants has, the answers to the summoned swarm of units, Scorpion is 100% built to answer the summoned swarm. So when it says I'm an anti-swarm unit robot, it was designed to counter the War Factory swarm of summoned units, and dropping acid into it with the acid attack off of it, so that you're doing 2.5 times the damage to the War Factory as soon as the War Factory drives onto it. That would have been the answer that I would have done. Before Scorpion existed, what I was using against Pants or against Sob was Phoenix with launcher overload. So don't listen to me. Sob's friend can't be trusted. Crab says, "I'll do anything you tell me to." Maybe more melters with multi-beam. If multi-beam didn't have that bug, then yes, I would agree with that. So
I think a really important thing to note, though, is the answer with Storms and EMP was great.
It was solid, yeah.
I really liked that. So I think give yourself a big pat on the back that you were at the 1 yard line.
Yep, absolutely. If you were facing that build for the very first time, getting that close to beating it is phenomenal. Right? Like, you were solving that problem on the fly, having seen it for the first time. Right? Like, it took me multiple goes at beating, facing Sob over and over and over and over to get to the point that I was beating him regularly. So. All right. What do we have? We've got 10 unbeatens left. So we're going to have a round without a spoiler. Sob is currently the number 1 seed. So, Krabs, you lost to the number 1 seed right now. And it'll be Sob versus Greycloak, with Baller v Luminescent, Filthy Casual versus CodiFly, and 201 players facing the Yellow of the Egg and Fleetworms.
This might be a 201 finals, I could see them making a real run.
Right. Yeah, the rest of this, it would be a first-time tournament winner, right? This will be
Yeah,
the
maybe.
second week in a row, I think. If unless we knock out if we knock out both of the 201 players, it'll be the second week in a row that the Americas has crowned a first-time weekend tournament
Ugh,
winner.
can't have that.
Well, if all the good players have stopped playing because they don't like the way aggro gets treated. All right, chat. Give me the rundown on someone named Joy Boy. Fourth seed 201 just beat you. Should we follow? It's Yellow of the Egg is 2400 MMR, and this is the 4 seed. Maybe that's the matchup to go to. What do you think?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Is that
I'm
or
trying. I'm trying to find what the MMR is of the 201 players. Can't quite find a match. Want to know just how? Because one of them was in the 1 seeds. They must have some decent MMR.
right? Sunnyside. Do we know this person's name? Let's not curse Cody. Exactly. Do we know this person's name? I'm going to call them the Thinker for betting purposes. Stonksman. Is that what that name is? Stonksman? There we go. Prediction is up. This is what would be the quarter. Wait a sec. We're in round 4, right? Okay. Take things as they come, or take it easy. Oh, brilliant. I like it. All right. Round 4 of the Weekend Tournament Americas. We've got the Yellow of the Egg playing Giant Specialist as blue near side. On the far side, Take It Easy, the Supply Specialist with a round 1 Stormcaller pickup. Henceforth, Chill Man.
I think it translates directly to a Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata, very nice.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata. All right. So both sides have a Stormcaller, at least. If Hakuna Matata is able to knock out the Fangs, that'll be all of the anti-air. The Jungle Book. Baloo. We'll just call them Baloo. Their name has evolved quickly. But if you're trying to gamble channel points on it, it's the Thinker over there. But
Yeah, I cannot find this guy on the MMR leaderboard.
all right, Assault Vulcan for Yellow of the Egg. The Thinker, as per their name, thinking. Choices between Assault Vulcan, Deployment Module, Heavy Armor. Okay. I am, from their start, very much expecting the 201 meta, and not expecting them to pick up sledgehammers. But, you know, the channel has been nothing but sledges all day, so... Well, all tournament. You've missed some of the sledging. Pants. There have been many, many sledges in the tournament so far.
Nice. Fan of sledges.
But yeah, would have expected more of the kind of classic Vulcan Phoenix out of that. Just not sure I understand the sledge choice there. No, sledge meta is not back, Dr. Pois. But in this tournament, in this particular tournament, which seems to be missing many of the top players, there have been many sledges. Yeah, it wasn't even prevalent in the European tournament earlier. It's just tonight. The Americas tournament loves sledges.
USA.
All sledge all the time. Let's go. Everyone's trying to summon Time for Miracle back. Wait. If you want, there is a match yesterday that is Amarok versus Time for Miracle. It's in yesterday's VOD. Right, the Yellow of the Egg has picked up a Vulcan near side. Right? Right, Mr. Bustanet? I was as surprised as you are. Yellow of the Egg adding smoke up front, putting it on the heavy armored sledgehammers. Hakuna Matata has added 3 more storms, giving them of a wide formation and then a vertical in front of the tower, basically right on this Vulcan, as it turns out. Although I hope they're not all going to get into the smoke. Maybe these guys will walk forward just enough that they'll stay back of the smoke and take their shots. Nope. Just one of them stayed out of the smoke. The others are busy driving. That was a pretty aggressive smoke, right? Oh, Zalex quit and cooked dinner? Oh, that's fair. Though, you know...
You would have thought with the spell that Yellow of the Egg would have done a little bit better that round.
Right. But power of 3, adding 3 Stormcallers, right? There wasn't much of anything that survives Stormcaller fire here, even without fire on the ground.
Yeah, Stormcallers. Stormcallers versus Vulcans. See a Vulcan, play some Storms. Especially with the way that the chaff is set up.
Yeah, that's kind of what
like
I was
those storms are going to shoot right on those fangs and splash onto the Vulcan.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the white of the egg or the yellow of the egg can do.
Newsflash: Stormcallers are good.
Yeah, surprise.
Really? You're gonna put them here and not go mobile beacon? Mating more storms in order to bring more value to the anti-missile war factory? Exactly.
Only 6 packs of storms. But it's gonna be devastating.
Really clever use.
This looks like a spanking.
Yeah, really clever use of the heavy armor sledge to just tank the Vulcan. For as long as it did.
Oh, not a spanking.
No, Crabs, are you... Okay, you're leaving at 3 and 1. Good, good, good. You're having a great run, man. Well done.
Party to go to. No parties allowed. This is only
Look,
party.
Baller is here at 4:30 in the morning for this tournament, and Krabs is leaving to go to a party? What the heck? Where's the dedication? Where's the commitment?
Yeah.
At least he's not having to walk away unbeaten. Alright, shield
Device
device.
spec for both.
Yeah, for both.
Oh. Wait, did Hakuna Matata take that spell and then not use it? I think
Last
so.
round, right?
I think he took it last round and did not play it.
You guys thought there were not enough storms, right? So we've added one more.
Yeah, it's got to be nice and symmetric.
Exactly.
I would love some AM devices from both players, but specifically, EMP for red? Wow. But red, if red placed down 2 AM devices, it'd be such value.
Right. But presuming the EMP is a preemptive read against the War Factory, right?
I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing that makes a lot of sense to me. Otherwise, I'd just want fire, usually.
Right. I mean, the 201 meta build is to just drop fire early, light the ground on fire, and deal with whatever survives with the couple of other units you have.
This could be a huge win.
Yeah, there's nothing left that shoots air.
Oh,
so
jeez. That's a lot of... That's close to GG.
Boom.
Okay, 400 left.
5 rounds, 5 wins by Hakuna Matata. Taking it easy is paying off. Hey, good night, Krabs. Thanks for hanging with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, night.
Sunnyside.
Well, a good item for blue.
Yeah, Farrier, we talked about earlier how valuable that can be.
Okay, we gotta see some AM devices. What are we doing? We got some potential silliness coming out of red. Geniusness or silliness, one or the other. But the Wraiths with Degen Beam, definitely not conventional.
That is very unconventional. Wow.
Don't quite understand the vision of the Degen Beam. I would predict if we look at it from a top-down angle, the Degen Beam literally touches zero units
right?
the entire time. That is my guess, is that the Degen Beam will not touch a unit.
Wait a minute.
Maybe for a split second.
Yes, this crawler. Yeah.
It is affecting...
It's
Okay,
reaching
it's
them,
affecting the Vulcans.
Got there eventually.
They take 30% more damage, and now they're dead. Okay.
For a moment.
So the Vulcan probably took 5% to 10% more damage from the Degen Beam.
Right. But most importantly, the Phoenix...
Oh, no, 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 no. Wow, red with the throw? Question mark?
Still,
Opening the door?
Still
like,
time to recover, but yeah.
I'm 99% sure if red built just more Phoenixes plus Phoenix range, that was absolutely theirs.
Giant Hunter? What, are you planning on losing rounds?
Interesting.
And having you... Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that the red player is maybe a little too chill. A little too relaxed.
I'm gonna agree. All right. However relaxed they might be, they're bringing in underground threat, and this tower was pretty open to it.
Oh no, I bet on the 201 player. Uh-oh. I'm in shambles.
Don't do this to me, Red. I don't have spare channel points.
Yeah.
We finally got the mobile beacon crawlers. Anti-air forts?
Well, my opponent bought 2 Phoenixes. So, of course, I go anti-air forts. That is the standard response. Make sure to always answer units with another unit that costs twice as much as the thing you're trying to counter.
And only counters it if you've bought in a specific tech and the tech works. I missed
we
out.
got smoked.
What did I miss out on, Cody? Did we miss a tremendous game? It'll
Uh-oh.
be fine. Here comes the degen. Nope.
We put all of our eggs in a fortress basket, and it is looking poor for us.
To be fair, between them, the 2 forts did kill a level 2 Phoenix.
Uh-oh.
It's totally worth it, right?
And all of a sudden, we're down to 900 HP. Oh, no.
Jet Player with the quote, "Don't kill a fly with an axe." Oh.
That's a great saying.
Giant Hunter Profits, -50. Beautiful, Dr. Bois. Well done.
Whoa. That hurts. Oh, we've decided to counter the air with Phoenixes. We're back to step 1. What we should have done 3 turns ago, we're going to finally do now. At least these degen beam donuts have been amazing.
And they have absolutely been worth it.
So let's count the monies on it, right?
Look, this one did 300
unlock.
damage last round.
Oh, wow. 100 unlock plus 2 donuts, 700, plus degen beam, 900, and 2 deploys for
even
something that absorbs 2 Phoenix shots?
Oh, come on. The level 2 Phoenix does 6760. The Wraith can handle 3 of those.
Oh, okay.
Well, 2 of them. The third one, it kills it.
Yeah.
So it lasts 3.2 seconds against a pack of level 2 Phoenixes.
Oh. The yellow of the egg, we gotta know who this mystery man is. They're making a strong comeback here.
Yeah, to be fair, right, obviously there's some throw moves from Hakuna Matata here, but they never panicked. They played their game. You know, like, it gave him the opportunity to make the mistakes, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you care to speculate about the yellow of the egg's identity?
I have no speculation, actually.
Yeah, nor do I.
I'm too far out of the game to know who that could be. But I've not to dunk on this game too hard, but the yellow of the egg placed a fire bomb onto his opponent in red, the oil, right? And then he lit the oil on fire, and pretty much only his units ran into the oil. It's like literally 60 crawlers just darted for the oil and got burnt off of that because red never built any real chaff clear. like no robust chaff clear option. And so yeah, just luckily he didn't need any because all the crawlers just ran into the fire that Blue placed.
Brilliant. Now,
Yeah.
before he left for the night, Zach challenged friends of the tournament, or friends of the channel, to go on and win the title. I do want to point out, Baller, Sob, Leetworms, and Cody all qualify. Somebody from this channel, as long as the yellow of the egg gets knocked out, somebody from chat will be winning this tournament.
Wow.
Unless the yellow of the egg is able to pull it out. So
Both 2-1 players got knocked.
both 201 players got knocked out. This one will be in the spoiler role against Baller. Okay, so we've got 5 unbeatens left. Baller, Sob, Leetworms, Yellow of the Egg, and Cody. Cody's beaten Killer, Trace, 201 player, and Filthy Casual. Yellow of the Egg came through Zionde, Mike Tyson, the T-Man, and one of the 201 players. Leetworms beat R.A. Onlooker, Hygog, Rambo, and a 201 player. These 201 players were pretty strong, both got knocked out. Sob came through Sugar Shane, Zafak, CrabsComeOff, and Greycloak. And Baller has come through Ape in Shape, Goldmaster, Sunnyside, and Luminescent. And if you've beaten Sunnyside on the way, I think that's going to make you the favorite at the moment, based on current form. All right. Let's go with Cody versus Sob. It's two longtime supporters of the channel. So there you guys go. I did see that there was a redeem Zalex. I wasn't paying attention to redeems because I can't redeem them during the during it. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait. This actually, I appreciate you calling it out. I hadn't gone to look at this. The redeem is review a replay redeemed by Zalex for the winner of the tourney who gets the prize. So there is actual I'd say prize money riding on this tournament, but it's not quite prize money, but actual prize rewards riding on this tourney now. A replay has been redeemed for the winner. Okay. Round 5 of the Weekend Americas Tournament number 34, featuring CodiFly versus Sabman. Sob, the mini tournament European Advanced Group 2 champion from the Wednesday. Cody was the Weekend Tournament European 7th place finisher this earlier today. If they're not here, they don't know. It's true. And oh no. Cody has drawn Marksman and is coming out in his Assault Mode Marksman formation. We have nothing but memes. You wanted memes, Pants? You go.
How do you set up this stream together thing?
Let's see. There was a thing for it from... It's on... Should be on your Twitch stream manager. And I've never received an invite. I've only sent them out, so I'm going to let you do it. But it should be one of the quick actions. Or you might need to add it to your quick action bar.
If you can send it out, that'd be
sure thing.
awesome. I don't know if that's because rather than me fiddling around and trying to find it.
Yep.
Although I probably need to start streaming.
I don't think you do, actually. I think you can be on. Who do I requests? Okay, cancel out of that. Where is my invite guest? There we go. Recents, Pantso, send invite. There you go.
Okay. Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Round 1, Sob has beaten Cody. The Assault Marksman defeated. But I like the way that Cody went with this. Instead of just memeing out 5 Assault Mode Marksmen, he picked up some chaff for them. He's got the sledges positioned to take some heat. And as I'm saying that, he buys 3 more marksmen and takes assault mode. So ignore all of that. He's now committed to the meme, 100%. Sub's got Rhino Specialist, so he's got the Rhino coming. And adding the Mustangs in the back corner to handle, chaff flanks, etc. Now, what's the history on this meme strat? We saw in the European tournament that a quality player like PlayArsher will absolutely just delete it. It's going to win you a round or two, and that's it. Cody has played it a lot and has probably a better than 50% tourney win rate with it. But the Assault Mode Marksman, the downside of it is that the Assault Mode hit point increase, 500% hit point increase, is taken away if the unit gets hit with EMP. So any unit that you run that has the ability to apply EMP to a unit, so you can get EMP off of Arclight, off of Phoenix, off of Marksman, off of Sledgehammer, off of Stormcaller, off of Melting Point. There's a whole bunch of different ways to apply EMP. Oh my goodness, Cody skips enhancement module. Did you just not see it? Oh my goodness. So the problem with jet lag dank, it feels like Cody is not a stonker. Okay. Cody needs his deployments, but yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, so the way that it really punishes the Assault Mode Marksman is that they've had this 70-meter range, and the Assault Mode reduces the range by 70 meters, so they were at 140. They walk up, they get hit, they lose the huge hit point benefit, and all of a sudden they're back at what should be a long-range sniper, but they're in at point-blank range. So it's really painful. Cody going with a triple flank, Sledge, Marksman, Crawler. So the Sledges are going to eat these Mustangs. The Crawlers are taking the initial shots from the Stormcallers, which I think Cody's anticipating are going to be the EMP delivery mechanism. So that's why that placement. And this flank may be partly to keep this pack of Stormcallers from firing at the front deployment. And it's much the same as what we were talking about with Crabs facing Sob for the first time, where Crabs was dealing with solving the problem for the first time. So Sob and Cody know each other pretty well. I don't know how many times Cody has run his Assault Mode Marksman build into Sob. But the thing is, if Cody's run this build 50 times, right, on between ladder and tournament, and Sob's seeing it for the third or fourth time, Cody's going to have been through most of the answers that Sob is going to deliver, right? So I felt like that when I was running that aggro Sledge all the time. It was like, I could tell exactly what my opponent was going to do to counter it, or if they tried something, I had an answer to make their solution no longer work. So whatever it was, whatever their solution was, I could come up with some way to make it not work. Cody has shown ridiculous Assault Mode Marksman meme strat build with, 7 Assault Mode Marksman on the field, and all of a sudden is dropping 2 flank Vulcans. Boom, boom. And if Sob overcommits to protecting this flank, then he can just sell out of this Vulcan and have the money to put somewhere else. Right, Forgotten Arbiter, you're not wrong. The build is so weak that it doesn't matter, and that's where I got to with the Sledge flanking build. I loved it. I had run it to about as far as I could take it, I think, and it was just too weak to beat the top level players, right? So no matter how much experience I had with it, the top level players were able to defeat it. So Sob, we've talked about, loves his War Factory, has the Rhino coming in for the tower, but the missiles slowed it down. But again, the War Factory over here just completely stops this attack. The Stormcallers are doing their work on the front, and the Rhino getting into this tower is almost immaterial by comparison. So yeah, the Assault Mode Marksman may have a lot of hit points, but when they're taking 6,800 per shot from the War Factory, it's not enough.
Yeah, I feel like pretty. I just put a bet on Sabman because I think that the War Factory is going to be disgusting. I think it's going to shut down everything CodiFly is doing.
What about EMP Blast that just turn off all of the Assault Mode Marksman up front?
Might make them better, to be honest. Actually, hidden buff.
Yeah, hidden buff because they'll stand back and shoot these guys from range, right?
Yeah.
And Cody's also added Charged Shot Phoenix as kind of the damage-dealing answer to the Rhino, and also to the War Factory. So Charged Shot Phoenix for each flank, and the one here was dealing with the Rhino. He doesn't know the Rhino's been sold. So. No chaff to slow that guy down, though. And there we are. There it is. The potential buff dropped in.
No anti-air to kill these phoenixes, though.
Right.
The fangs are just running for. Oh no, there's 2 fangs, 3 fangs, 5 fangs. Oh, but then they just got wrecked by the phoenixes.
Right. Sunnyside says flanking is probably the thing that war factories worry about the least. There's nothing you can put on the flank that can chew through a war factory fast enough.
Yeah, pretty much.
I do pretty much agree with that. Although this Phoenix did eventually do the job. I think it was probably the front level 2.
He's got to be. Oh, they're charge shot. That makes sense.
Shot, yeah.
It's like something's going on here.
Yep.
Don't add up.
A charge shot was a good answer for Cody.
But again, it feels like a short-term delaying of the inevitable.
Saab gets intensive training to go with his enhancement module, and then skips it for Wasp Swarm. Cody giving it a lot of thought. Saab just needs Phoenixes and they'll win. There it is. Phoenix production off of the War Factory. Anti-air off the Mustangs as well. That might be...
Go
ahead.
I got a great question. What would you do on round 4 if you were met with War Factories? What would you pivot to? And I think it'd have to be Scorpions, right? Like in the past, there's some combination of Melters, EMP Phoenixes, EMP Storms, Acid Crawlers. But does Scorpion just do most of that better?
Yeah, that's exactly right. For me, I've faced Saab a whole bunch, and the old answer was Launcher Overload Phoenixes, so they had more chance to delete the chaff units, and then EMP on them so they would prevent the steel balls from turning into crawlers, and then once they were through the chaff units, they would disable the War Factory, so it never gets a chance to make another unit.
This Wasp Swarm is about to take tower, but it's just a hair too late.
It is too late.
Sabman's about to get deleted, it looks.
Look at the size of the swarm that replicate crawlers make off of a War Factory.
That's a lot of crawlers.
Yep.
Lessening some of the HP damage, at least.
Right. Ironically, that is one of the successful answers I had against Saab, was parasitic steel balls. I know, it sounds like the dumbest thing ever. But
Hmm.
they kept deleting the spawned units, creating crawlers that would turn around and eat the shots. And eventually they locked onto the first war factory and created a flood of crawlers. And got in, locked onto the second one, got in, locked onto the third one. It was just one of the most disgusting things ever. But more seriously, I do think that Scorpion is the answer. It's when it says anti-swarm unit, people tend to think of swarms in like the D&D term, like it's a swarm of tiny, tiny units like crawlers. But I think the devs' interpretation of that anti-swarm, they're talking about the swarm of summoned units when you've got the steel balls, the sledgehammers, everything coming off of the war factory, and that's why the Scorpion does such big splash damage, does such heavy damage. So it's deleting specifically sledges and steel balls immediately, and has the acid for the war factory itself. I think that's what that unit is intended to counter. Parasitic Vulcan on the left here.
This looks like a good turnaround opportunity for Sab. Who do you think's going to take this round?
I'm still not sure if we've solved the crawlers. I mean, yes, we've got all the Vulcan, but these crawlers are getting in on the backside. Start replicating off of. I mean, yeah, this guy's locked on.
Wow.
Right, so we're in on tower. Now we're getting in on the thing. Right,
Wow.
like they just never. And again, we've got 60 new crawlers. Let's go. So the parasitic did enough on the left, but the right side we never solved the crawler problem. So. Amazing. Bump. And the really sad
404.
404 error solution not found.
Solution not found. War factory not found. Only crawlers.
Of course. Error 404 war factory not found. Lightning storm. And the really sad thing is a single arc light right here stops this pack of crawlers. And the whole thing falls apart for Cody. But it's tough to see that if you weren't really following this one pack of crawlers from the get-go. We only got 6 kills. We're totally meaningless. Cover the back with their own Vulcan. Saab really doing a lot of thought there. 1300s to spend, but spent it down to 20 seconds or so.
Uh-oh, this is terrifying. Sab, go, go. 2 war factories.
Double war factory. And the mobilized battleship
I
to hit
don't
tower.
hate it, but I think it's about to get wrecked.
It is
I
going to
think
delete
right
these
tower's
guys
gonna
up
fall.
front. You think this tower? Yeah. Right in on the Vulcan. Here. He's hit the
Whoa,
tower.
holy crap. Did Saab turn this around?
Yeah, he had the Overlord call in on the tower there.
What the heck? From 0 to hero. Holy guacamole. This is it.
Well played.
Jeez.
GG.
404 Cody not found.
Ouch. Ouch.
No. That was rough.
That
You
was
hate to see
really
it.
well played. Both of you really well
What have
played.
I been saying? Boat drop broken.
Boat drop
Boat drop
broken.
totally
You were not
broken.
wrong. If Cody had a single defense out here, yeah, drop a level 2 Phoenix at the back. Something. Needed something back here. Yeah, you had charge shot
Even
and
even a
EMP.
level 2 Phoenix is not guaranteed to win against Bowtrop. It's so silly. It's very annoying.
Yeah,
Like, I think the best thing you can do is put down 2 Fangs to just, like, buy you some time. But if
right,
you put down a Phoenix by itself, the boat just shoots, right? Like, it maybe trades, but it maybe outranges the Phoenix because the Phoenix is charge shot.
right.
Hard to say. Anyways, hell of a game.
That was an amazing game. I'm really glad we got in to watch that one. Really well played, guys. Um, oh no, Baller. Baller got upset by the spoiler. No. And the yellow of the egg beats Leetworms, so the final is going to be Sob v. the yellow of the egg. We have our
Wow.
finalists. Welcome home, gamer. We're here for the final of the weekend tournament Americas number 34. You have the yellow of the egg near side in blue, Sabman far side in red. The question on everybody's minds is, can he do it? Can Sabman go all the way and take his first ever weekend tournament? And who is the yellow of the egg?
That is the question on everyone's mind. Who's
Who
this mysterious man?
is this mysterious person with all the
Oh,
MMR?
a curious fellow for sure, because they picked up heavy armor spec when there's a perfectly good Rhino spec there. People
Hev-
love their sledges.
Heavy armor with Storm and Crawler. Oh, sorry, heavy armor with Sledge and Fang for the yellow of the egg. Giant Specialist with Storm and Crawler for Sob. Looks like he's building a very similar formation to what we just saw against Cody. And the yellow of the egg starting up front, which we saw him do against Mike Tyson earlier. So we've seen this start from both players. How's it going to play out?
You have to imagine that Sab's super happy with his start.
He has seen,
Storms and Giant spec going into his War Factories. That seems like a favorite.
yeah, and he's seen this exact formation from me so many times. Like this, I don't know if the yellow of the egg would know that, but he's playing right into something Saab has seen multiple times. Played through lots of variations out of this. Yes,
His
not to
Hammerrock.
mention running storms into Fang Sledge. Yes, guys, I'm actually playing in a different window on the side while trying to
Wow.
commentate the whole match, the whole tourney.
That would explain a lot.
It would, it really would.
Yeah, but you have to imagine Sab just feels at home right here. This is what he's used to. This is a good starting spec for him. Good units.
Right.
Like, he's got to be just elated.
Yeah, this if he was going to draw it up, that's how to start for sure. Oh, ER War Factory already. Doesn't take it. He goes for Shield Device Specialist. Yellow at the Egg takes the skip for the 50. Now, I hope Saab is dropping a shield this round. And the reason is when I've lost out of this formation to players like, let's say, the Dachshund Apuchi quality, it's been in part because they have shielded round 2. And everybody's going to say shield round 2 is, an economic disadvantage. And yes, it absolutely is. But denying the XP into the Sledgehammer carry build is just so important. And this is going to do it for Saab this round. Sledge flank, if I know egg in the next 2 rounds. Dillo, if it's me, it's definitely a sledge flank. But Saab has played the sledge flank so many times. Because he and I have faced each other so many times. All right, I'm going to struggle with caster bias in both directions this way. Sob's been a friend for almost as long as the channel has existed. And actually before, I think, because we were playing 2v2s together before the channel was up. And on the other hand, I can't root against somebody running the Amarok Sledge flank. It's got my name on it. He did! He got the shield. He knows. The yellow of the egg still got one of them to level up, which is nice. That's what he's looking for. If it were me playing that side of things, I would probably be picking up the Amp Core to go onto that sledge, exactly. He's really committed to this sledge aggro right here. Sob buying into the Phoenix. That was a better counter to this when Phoenix... Oh, level 1 Phoenix would one-shot a level 1 Sledgehammer. But it's still single target. The tanks don't shoot air against air, so... It's a good answer. Sob, this is inverted from the 201 version of it, with the slower fangs. Right. It wasn't going to matter even in the old school matchup, but still. Yes, you're right, Ukrainian.
I really like how this looks for Sob.
Yeah,
Looks very solid, right?
Yeah, right now he's getting it done. He doesn't even
lots
need
of
the
shots.
War Factory.
Yeah.
But like, if you imagine the War Factory playing into this right now, there's just nothing that handles it at all.
Alright, time to go all in on Sob. All my tickets. Do I buy more tickets to go even more all in? Probably, yeah, it's time.
Sob skips. Yellow of the egg.
We don't have a gambling problem here.
Degeneracy. I just blame the Wraith. The Wraith is the reason there's so much degeneracy. Alright, Yellow of the Egg giving it a lot of thought, still on the show panel, still thinking it through, right? Not rushing to it. Sob's already made all of his play. He's set and ready to go.
Alright. We got a game. See how this goes. War Factory's down. I'm a big fan. I think this War Factory's just gonna chop through all these sledges.
Yep. War Factory's about to make a scrambled egg. So it would seem. Protecting his flank with the tower upgrade, and it's got fangs on both sides now. Late arriving sledges, or did we just run out of time? I think this might have been intended to be a flank. Oof. If there's one... Yeesh. I mean, from the sledge player's perspective, pushing Mech Rage is supposed to be the turn that this turns around and I push through everything and gets to the tower. And you pushed Mech Rage and it didn't happen, and that's just demoralizing. Thump.
This might be the least exciting finals we've seen in a long time.
It's
Saab is just a clinical destroyer of sledges. Little
and
did you know you've trained him to be this monster.
I did. I trained him to be this monster. It's great. I'm loving seeing it. Sledgehammer with amp core. We've got the heavy armor on the next sledge over. We're adding the overlords, right? So Yellow of the Egg adding the overlords with presumably with photon emission. But yeah, Blue has nothing that didn't get wrecked by War Factory. Now we've got the overlords, but Saab's already in with an overlord counter, right? He's got the 2 Phoenix back there. Obviously, Yellow of the Egg has to go in on rapid resupply range speed at this point. And Saab pulling this the reinforcements apart just to make sure the tanks die. This was really well played. It's not about winning this flank at all. It's just making sure these reinforcements don't arrive. The tanks are done. The overlords never got to target anything that flies. That is it.
Yeah.
GG.
Yeah, he cracked that egg.
Sabman is your America's Weekend Tournament 34 champion in dominant style. Mike Tyson well and truly avenged. The Yellow of the Egg truly scrambled. Congrats, Saab. Wow. Minus 40 MMR, I imagine, for Egg. Perhaps. Big ups for Sabman. Save replay in case he forgets to, because I'm sure he's going to want that one.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Congrats, Sabman.
Good work, Saab. And if any of you are out there in contact with Saab, tell him the Amarok's broadcast booth is open. Come join us. Come chat with us a bit. Yeah, plus almost doubled my insight, more than doubled my insight. This tournament's still going on. There's still matches, but there is no more drama. Let's step in on something somewhere. What do you guys want to see? I don't think we've really watched Rands at all. They're having a pretty good tournament, so we'll step in on that one. I told you guys it was an all-sledge tournament, right? We even had sledges in the final. We saw them taken as far as they can get taken, and we saw them dismantled.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Saab. Welcome and congratulations. Well done, sir.
A million years I'd win one.
You did, and we've got it cast. Multiple of your matches along the way.
Yeah, I saw you in the last 2. I was like, oh no.
Yup.
Too bad the last game was a one-sided beatdown, but...
Well, but how satisfying was it for it to be a one-sided beatdown against a sledge formation that you personally have seen and faced at least 50 times? You're
it
like,
felt pretty good.
Oh yeah, I know how to handle this one. Like, did that just settle your nerves, like, right from round 1 to see that?
Not really, because right before, like, I'm streaming myself, right? I got the delay on, and right before the game starts, I check who's viewing me right now. Who do I see? I see the egg white. I'm like, oh, he's doing research.
So the white of the egg was in your chat? So we think the yellow of the egg is the same as the white of the egg?
I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe.
One would presume, yeah. Because if that's the case, then you beat the European champion from this earlier tournament.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow. Okay, cool. I knew he was good because I got plus 40 there for that game.
Right.
So.
we took a look at the MMRs going in, and his MMR was pretty spectacular.
Wow. Okay, I feel even better now.
Yep.
That should count as 2 wins for me. That
Should count as 2 wins for you, and I mean, you didn't have to face the 7th round, so.
That's true too. I don't. I freak out. My nerves are still shot from that Cody game. That was
The
tough.
Cody one was amazing, man. You played it so well.
Yeah. My overlord definitely worked there.
Yep.
I was like, there's no way he'll see me dropping it right on top of where his missile is. There's no way, right?
Right. Very nicely done.
You probably had chat off, but man, there was a lot of shit talking going on.
Yeah, we did have the chat off for you and Cody. It was all
yeah.
smack talk.
Tons of it.
So I don't know if you knew or heard about this at all, but during the tournament, when we've reached the point that there were 5 people left, and it was either the Yellow of the Egg or 4 friends of the channel, right? Because it was you, Baller, Cody, and Leetworms. Zalex redeemed a replay to be donated as a prize to the winner. So you now have a replay review redeemed on your behalf. So.
Oh, sweet. Because I did have a replay saved today. I was like, ooh, that was a good one.
Sweet. Hello, the White of the Egg is in chat and says that MMR loss will give me nightmares. No. Your MMR was pretty darn spectacular going in, right? We'd looked at that. Yeah, ouch.
He must have not known how I played. There's no way, right?
No, I don't think he knew. And the White of the Egg says he has to create a new account now. Thanks, Sub. And Mike Tyson does point out, I just noticed Sub's badge. He won on Wednesday too, so double champ this week. Playing at the top of your game right now, buddy.
Wednesday was Division 2 though.
Was
it's
Division
not quite
2, that's
the
true.
same.
But
this badge is definitely an improvement.
It is an improvement, and thoroughly deserved. So glad to see you win it. I'm really pleased with that for you, buddy.
Oh, me too.
Well,
it's never gonna happen again, but me too.
It will be forever immortalized on.
Oh, freak! I was praying. I won that. I was praying. Please, no data error.
Oh, good God.
Because I had one today. I was like, oh God.
Right, that would be terrible. Oh my God. Thank you for the sub, Mike Tyson. Much appreciated. Wow. So White of the Egg, did you, you were running, we watched you in the match against Mike Tyson, and you ran very much the same formation, and I run that formation, which is why we were saying Saab has seen it so many times, because he and I have played each other a bunch. So that offset to the side, I love that formation for a sledge carry build, turning it into a sledge flank. Did you know that he'd seen it before a fair amount, or does that normally catch people by surprise because it's so outside of the meta? Not sure if White of the Egg is actually still in chat or not, but if he's around, we'll see.
I just noticed GCU is just playing some normals. Some ladder games.
GCU is on ladder. Excellent. White of the Egg says, I just play it when I can't play Vulcans or Sledge with Giants or Marksmen. Weekend tournament has completed, so let's round up. You can mute me if you don't want me on your stream for this. But we had Zalex at 0-1, dropped out right away. Sleeveless went 0-3 today. Unlucky. Larius also. Ferris beaten by CrabsComeOff and Bellicose Drake, who are both part of the channel, so had an unlucky day. 0-2. Drew finished 50th. We had Jeep Dave came 36th at 2-3. Started out well with the win over Zalex, but then triple losses, including the loss to Sunnyside and then Easy Beans. Sunny went 3-1, had to abandon after beating Jeep Dave. Knew they weren't going to be in the in there. CrabsComeOff 3-1. We cast that game, Sab, that you and CrabsComeOff. We jumped in about halfway through it. So Krabs beat 91 Verist, Nix lost to Sab and beat Joy Boy, but then had to abandon to go to a party. Baller 4-1, abandoned after suffering a single defeat, but was still in the running for prizes at that point. But to be fair, it's 4:30 in the morning for him. That stage I can see abandoning when you were out of the running. Easy Beans 4-2, losses to Rambo and Drake before going on a run of wins to finish 18th. Let's see, in the top 10, Mike Tyson, congratulations, buddy, 5-1. Only loss was to the Yellow of the Egg, beats Mumbo Jumbo, beats Grey Cloak, beats Filthy Casual to pick up a 7th place badge. Well done, champ. Good work, good work. Bellicose Drake lost his opener to Lafear and then went on a 5-game winning streak, including wins over Verist, Easy Beans, and Nix. Cody, 5th place after beating Killer, Trace, Filthy Casual, lost to Saab in the semifinals. Leetworms took 4th after only lost to the Yellow of the Egg. Very solid performance from Leet. 201 guest with that was their only loss was to Leetworms. Beat Baller and Rans, beat Rans twice in fact, to take 3rd. The Yellow of the Egg, who you've seen in chat here as the White of the Eggs. The White of the Egg had gone 5-0 but lost to Saab in the final, finishes runner-up. And Sabman, congratulations, buddy. Beat Sugar Shane and Hardy, is that right? Is it fact? CrabsComeOff gave him actually Sugar Shane gave you probably the closest run for your money. Krabs came close. Handy win over Zafak and Grey Cloak. The match with CodiFly was an epic. We really thought Cody had you beat, and then you turned it around in the semifinals. And then a 5-round thumping of the Yellow of the Egg in the final. Congratulations. War Factory final. Yeah, War Factory tournament win. So, very well done. Deserved. For those of you that don't know, Saab's been perfecting that War Factory build for months. Doing, basically forcing nothing but War Factory. Figuring out how to optimize the econ of it, etc. The placement, everything. And has done very, very well. There are some counters. Obviously, Pants viewers asked for some of them. We gave some of them. There is a secret counter that I'm not going to tell. But I know exactly what Saab's afraid of. If I ever have to, if I have to face Saab in the final, I think I know what he's afraid of. But it's not something I would normally run. So it takes a creative mind to have thought of it. Congratulations, Saab. You absolutely deserve it. Really well played, man.